Yo, what's up? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys two different games. I'm going to show you guys what deck list I'm working on right now. So I'm currently playing Dread Genesis, well, also known as Queen Dragon. So this is a deck that's actually worked on at the start of this expansion. Like, I haven't changed anything at all, and only just, played PDK instead, once I realized that PDK was going to be the easier deck to climb with. So again, the deck just works off of, playing Dread Sea Queen, going ahead and just, getting 2 0 costs, making a Genesis Dragon a 0 cost, evolving it, hitting their face, then playing Ariette to reset the attack timer, and you go ahead and you hit them again for a total of 14 to 18 damage. So the deck's really cool to play. It's one of the few combo decks that exist in the game. And, it's one of the few functional combo decks that exist in the game. I actually like it a lot. So for this game, the reason why I chose to make both these games versus dshift is because I know a lot of people right now are just like, dshift can't be beaten, dshift's so good, like, and all this, that, and the third. That's not true. That's not, like, you can beat dshift, but there are things that you need to know for when you fight dshift. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you do the S Dragon. So I do actually have a segment that'll be planned for like Friday or something like that, if I can actually sit down and like make it about how to beat dshift as like other decks and things you need to know. But this will be a good just warm up thing. So this way you can maybe like get a few ideas for even if you don't play Dragon, just some small basic tips to improve your win rate versus dshift, because you can in fact beat dshift if you're not playing aggro. Alrighty. So I'm going to show you guys this first game first. This game I went second, and then the second game I'll be going first in that game. Alright, so when you're versus dshift, what you need to do is you need to play for tempo. Like, it's a match where you need to play for tempo. Like, you can't just play your own game. Like, you need to actually be actively trying to end the game. I know for the most part, a lot of people who have complaints about dshift, like, they're trying to play all these like slow games. You don't get to play slow games when dshift is what you're facing. Like, you need to adapt and conform to whatever it is that your opponent's facing, and when possible, if you're unfavored, beat them at their own game. So my hand is very, very good here. So I actually really love Ayala going second versus dshift, and I also like going second versus dshift as a whole if I'm not playing like an aggressive deck. The reason why is because I get to deny them 1 evo. Furthermore, if I have stuff like Ayala, which is things that people are gonna be naturally risk averse to killing, so they leave it up, then I can go ahead and just get in so much shift damage. I've talked about this a few times in the past, but there are people who just straight up just don't know when to kill Ayala, and as a result, I can go ahead and I can just get in 4 to as much as say 12 damage. I've actually gotten in 12 damage with a single Ayala versus a dshift player because he just refused to kill it. So I just beat him down with it and I killed him. So for this is actually really, really good because he's going to use his Angelic Snipe as magic missile. The reason why I chose to actually keep the staircase is because even though he can Keglo it, if he chooses to Keglo that, he can't actually Keglo my summoner. If my summoner gets a stick, that means I get early damage. If I get early game damage, that means that I might not need my combo in order to kill him, which is good. So I'm just gonna play out the Ella here. Now he needs to have one less or he's in trouble. He just used a lot of different pings, so it's unlikely that he has a third ping. Or sorry, there's 2 more pings. He uses the Keglo now, which is fine. He then also tempers on Magic Owl because he's expecting me to trade. I'm not trading. Yeah, no, fuck that, I'm not trading. Because I don't need to. If I trade, I'm literally doing all the dshift players' work for him. You just want to, be aggressive and just try to clear your removal spells and go face. And so right now, this dshift player is in a very, very difficult spot. He just had to use a 4-mana Fire Embrace because he's under that much pressure. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and slam down the Sybil. I'll get my next ramp, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and evolve my Ella, go face. Now he's at 12. I'm at 7 mana, going to 8 mana, probably 9 mana if he doesn't clear both of these. Sorry, if he does clear both of these. So he's in a very, very bad spot. He just goes and concedes because he realizes that he's not coming back into this game. So the big thing for that game was just, yeah, I did get a good like early game hand or whatever, but it's also the importance of just realizing that like there's no there's no playing for value or anything like that. No, I just need to play for tempo. Like when you're in an unfavored matchup, you need to realize what it is that you need to do in that matchup in order to make it more like favorite for you. Because I know a lot of people just they just talk about like the win rates and whatever, and just like the baseline stats. But player skill does mean a lot. Like if you're a very, very good player, like you can make those like 20-80 matches whatever go closer to say 40-60 or say even 60-40 in your favor. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the next game. This game I went first. But it's going to be a little bit more of the same. Now, as I said before, you really want to go second versus dshift if you're playing something that has some form of like combo, just because you get to deny them of evos. Like, you do not want the magic owl to be allowed to fall all 3 times, or for them to just go Merlin evo into magic owl evo or something like that, just because that usually means that they have the dshift and they have a lot of spell boost. That's not good for you. So here, I went ahead and I kept the staircase, I kept the Sybil, just because I play a lot of early game. I'm one of those few dragon players that doesn't, like play like a lot of like greedy like late game or anything like that. Well, usually. So as a result, I know that there are a lot of cards that I can draw. I also kept the staircase because if he's not dshift, this is gonna be good versus dirt. So here, I know he's dshift. Dshift's the only rune deck that plays Commence Experiment. Alright, so now I'm in a great spot. Why? Because I've just picked up 2 of my combo pieces, and I've arguably picked up the best 2 combo pieces that I want to have. The ones I can't search for. I can always search for the Gentle Dragon because I have Dragon Summoner, but I can't actually search for the other 2 because I don't. So here, I just gonna play a Dragon Summoner. Now, I like Dragon Summoner a lot in this matchup, just because it can find you your Genesis Dragons. Like you want that to happen. They're also going to want to K-glow it. If they K-glow it, that just gives you another bite at the apple. You don't mind like replaying this because like you have a lot of early game things that can pull. You can pull out the alot, you can pull out another Dragon Summoner, etc. So here, he chooses to draw, plays the concentration, and this is good for me because now I get that 2 damage that I need, because now he's 100% in range of my combo. All I need to do is just find the last piece and get my last like 2 or 3 mana points. Because I have 1 form of mana in that of the Islet, and I have another form in that of the Sybil. So right now, I'm effectively at 8 mana. So in 2 turns or so, he's going to die. And now here, this part is the biggest part of the game. Well, one of the biggest parts of the game. The reason why is because ordinarily, what I see a lot of people do is I see a lot of people just, they will just go ahead and just play the Sybil, evolve the Sybil into the Magic Owl. No, you don't do that. No. How many creatures do I have in play? 3. How many creatures does he have in play? 1. How much mana does he have? 5. How much mana do I have? 8. So as a result, like, I don't need to make trades. He's the one that needs to make trades. Sorry. I don't need to make trades. He's the one that needs to make trades because he's the one that's in danger of dying. He doesn't know if I had Fortes. Like, I could very, very easily have Fortes. If he chooses not to clear, or if he can't clear, I can kill him. Like, I can actually kill him. So it's very, very important to just ignore the owl. Like, one of the big things that people do is that they give the dshift player way more credit and way more like outs in mind than the dshift player actually has. If you're actually trading into these creatures for fear of a dshift that's never coming down, then you've essentially given all of your opponent's creatures ward when they've already done their jobs. Like they've already spell boosted, they've already cleared your board, they've already done what was it that they needed to do. So right now, like, they're basically just trading tools. But you shouldn't care about that. You shouldn't, because again, the dshift player wants to clear. They do. You want to end the game, because if you don't end the game, the dshift player is going to dshift you 3 times because, time for some real magic. But yeah. But I don't want any magic to happen to me, and you shouldn't want any magic to happen to you. So I just go ahead and evolve the alot, and I just go face. So to be quite honest with you, there was some merit to me evolving the dragon summoner instead. But the reason why I chose not to is because like he wants to K-glue this. If he doesn't K-glue this, I'm about to get draw a lot of cards. But in the event where you don't have the staircase in play, you might consider evolving the dragon summoner instead. So this way he K-glues it. Because some dshift players will actually go ahead and wait for you to evolve your 2-drop and then K-glow it, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, so here he just does a lot of things. And now here, this turn he makes a questionable play. He chooses to trade, right? But he then also chooses to go face. Why are you going face in a matchup where I'm actively trying to kill you, and I've actually just been like, you know, fuck your board, I'm just gonna go face. Like that's not the play. Because right now, I don't have it in this deck, but he's actually in range of Forte Erd by letting me go face this turn, because now this turn he needs to ward up. If he doesn't ward up, that's a rookie mistake. You're getting punished. So I just go ahead and attack face for 1. I drop down to 12. So now the other big thing about this is that I held the Evo here. I hold the Evo because if he's a good player, he should know that there's a lot of things that kill him right now. Forte Erd kills you. Arya Dread Sea Queen kills you. Like a lot of things can kill you right now. But he might not realize that. He might decide to use something greedy, because again, we saw that last turn he just like smorked my face. But in the event in which he does play Golem Assault, because that is a card that dshift players play right now, he can go ahead and ward up. And one of the things that I just like stymies dragon is when your opponent plays a ward. Like a single ward can just like actually just like cut dragon, because like a lot of your storm units require 10 mana. On 10 mana, you can't play anything else with it. So as a result, wards, you know, like they just kind of like make you sad. So I hold off on evolving it, because again, I don't need to care. Like there's no difference for me between between 16 and 20 HP, because he's dead. He's literally dead next turn, unless he can dshift me this turn. But that's impossible because he didn't get enough spell boost. But yeah, so sorry about that. But yeah, so from here is basically checkmate. But we're gonna see what it is they choose to do, because unless he can make 2 wards in the same turn, he's going to die. There's no way, there's no world in the game where he can make 2 wards in the same turn. So here he doesn't even try to ward up. He just says, nope, I'm just gonna keep drawing cards. Plays up the Chimera, but then this is fine because he's dead. And so here I just go ahead and go for the combo. I choose to hold off on the Evo just so this way, you know, I get to just, you know, speed it up a little bit and don't BM. Oh, when playing this out, it's very, very important that you make sure to attack with your Genesis Dragon first. Because I actually have in fact seen people who have not attacked and then played it out and they only got the 7 damage as opposed to the 14 damage, which is quite a noticeable difference. But yeah. As you can see from those games, like for the most part, all I did was like I played for tempo. I did a lot of very, very aggressive things, because that's what you need to do in that matchup. Like you need to understand when it is that you need to be able to like adapt to what it is their opponent's doing. Like as a whole, being very, very flexible is a very, very good life skill. Like if you can be flexible, you can go ahead and you can get along with a lot of different types of people. You can go ahead and, you know, be able to accomplish many, many different things in life. And Shadowverse is no different. If you're flexible, you can win a lot of matchups that you should be able to win, just because if you understand what it is they need to be doing and you actually do it, like that's going to surprise your opponent. Like I guarantee you, when my opponent 100% expected me to trade like in a lot of those turns in that second game, but I just didn't, because I didn't need to. Like I didn't need to, because I knew that I had to be the aggressor. Like I don't need to be the defender, because like how is he going to kill me that early? The earliest that they can kill you is, yeah, they can like dshift you on 7, but if you put them under a lot of pressure to the point where they have to spend like every single turn clearing, like you saw in that first game, where he had to use a 4-mana Fire Embrace on his turn 5, that literally just like made him pass his turn, only for me to just, you know, keep up the pressure. Like, I see a lot of people just, you know, try to, like, take turns off to try to, you know, do things like, say, draw cards or anything like that. No, if you have creatures in play that you can play, you need to play them versus dshift. There's no, you know, oh, let me go ahead and skip a turn to play fervor or something like that. No, like, don't do that. You're going to die if you do that. Please don't do that. But yeah, let me go and show you guys the deck list one more time. Oops. Yeah, here's the deck list. If you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like, go and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Let me know what you think about drag combo and the current meta game down in the comments below. Let me also know what you think about dshift as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.